Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the real engine driving Malaysia's economy. And you know what? It's something you interact with all day, every day, often without even realizing it. So, let's get into it.
Seriously, just think about that for a second. The coffee you bought this morning, that quick money transfer you made on your phone, even that hotel you booked for a getaway. What's the one thing that connects all of them?
You got it. They're all services. And this service sector we're talking about, it isn't just some part of Malaysia's economy. In a lot of ways, it pretty much is the economy. It's this invisible force that's shaping our lives and really the country's entire future.
So what exactly is this massive, invisible force we keep talking about? Let's break it down.
Okay, so put simply, the service sector is the part of the economy that sells you an experience or a convenience or maybe some expert advice, instead of, a physical thing you can hold. If the whole economy was a computer, the service sector would be its operating system, just running everything in the background, making it all work smoothly.
So this slide really gets to the heart of what this sector is all about. First off, it's incredibly diverse. We're talking about everything from your local barber to a huge global tech company. It's also very urban. Most of the action is happening in bustling hubs. And get this, it's a massive source of jobs for millions of people. But maybe the most crucial thing, it's super resilient. That ability to bounce back is exactly why it's so important for Malaysia's goal of becoming a high-income nation.
But hey, don't just take my word for it. When you look at the data, wow. The numbers really show you just how much of an economic titan we're dealing with here. They're absolutely staggering.
55%. Let that sink in for a moment. That is how much the service sector contributes to Malaysia's entire GDP. That's more than half of the country's whole economic output. It's the undeniable heavyweight champion.
And what about pure revenue? Well, how does 2.6 trillion ringgit sound in just 1 year? To put that into perspective, well, you can't really. It's a number so huge it's hard to even wrap your head around, but it just highlights the incredible scale of what's happening here every single day.
But I think this number is the most important one. The sector provides jobs, livelihoods for 4.6 million people. That's millions of families supported by work in retail, finance, hospitality, you name it. This is the human engine at the core of it all.
And this chart, well, it tells such a powerful story. You can see that steady climb up, then that huge sharp dip in 2020, and then look at that, an incredible rebound. That V-shaped recovery isn't just some line on a graph, it's proof of just how adaptable and strong this sector really is.
Okay, so we've seen its size, we've seen its power, but what are the actual parts that make this whole giant machine run? Let's meet the key players.
Right, so while the sector is massive and covers almost everything you can think of, you can kind of zoom in on 3 foundational pillars that hold everything else up. You've got the public sector, the financial sector, and of course, the incredibly important tourism sector.
Let's kick things off with the public sector. Now, this pie chart is fascinating because it shows us exactly where the money comes from. See how income and indirect taxes make up about 2/3 of all the revenue? This isn't just some abstract data. It's a direct line showing how our tax money fuels all the essential public services we count on, from hospitals to highways. And of course, beyond the government, you've got these other powerhouses all working together. Finance is like the oil that keeps the whole machine running smoothly. Tourism brings in money from all over the world. And then you have giants like telecommunications and education, which are constantly building the foundation for our future. Each one is a vital cog in this massive economic engine.
So, the sector is clearly a powerhouse, but the road ahead isn't exactly a walk in the park. Let's take a look at some of the challenges and opportunities that are on the horizon. You see, as Malaysia's service sector grows, it doesn't exist in a bubble. It's stepping onto the world stage, and that means one thing: competition. This quote points to a huge challenge. Global trade agreements, like GATS, basically open the doors for international companies to compete here. That puts a ton of pressure on domestic services to be better, stronger, and more innovative to win. And this brings us to the future. Look, there's no question that technology and AI are going to completely transform how services are delivered. But at its very core, like this quote says, this is a sector that's built by people for people. And that leaves us with one final, really important question to think about. In a world that's getting more and more automated, what's the future role and what's the true value of the human touch?